Okay. Is anyone there? I know Jack is there. Jack, make yourself known. I don't think anyone is waiting. This has been another one of my technical limitations. I mean, I'm just so technically challenged. It says I'm going live right now, and I'm looking at my channel on my phone, and I don't see it. So I have no idea. I just don't understand this stuff. Okay. All right, that's that. I see 6 people there. Thank you for joining me. I am going to be rolling out a little bit slowly. I was just in touch with Jack Rudden, who's one of my young late bloomer fans, and he was trying to help me get this thing going. I had all of this set up in an event on my channel with super chat and moderators, and everything was set up. I was looking at this dashboard for a week, and it was doing the countdown, and Jack couldn't see it. So that told me that there's something that I'm not doing right with the software, I guess. So I was going to ditch it and just use my phone, but I managed to reboot my computer and get the webcam going. So if anybody can help me out with this stuff, it would be so nice, because I love doing this. I just don't have the technical smarts to figure all this stuff out. So I see we have 9 people, 10. Thank you for joining me. I don't see any comments. Why don't I see comments? I always usually see the comments right there, and I see nothing. Don't tell me that live chat is disabled. All messages are visible. Is anyone? Oh, there we go. Oh my God. Hi, Jack. Rusty. Hi, Shane. Thank you for telling me your name, because the channel names I know, and I don't always associate it with your own personal name. And Cynthia Gerardo. Gerardo. Please let me know where you're writing from, because I don't recognize your name. And Latvia, of course, I can always rely on Mix from Latvia. Thank you. Hi, Travis. Hi, Christina. Angela, as you can see in the blue color on the chat, she is one of my moderators. And, I've been very lucky with that sort of thing. It's been like in hour 2.5 or about, it's about an hour and 50 minutes before someone who's just got nothing better to do than to say ugly things finds my chat, finds my live stream. Hi, Heather. Oh my gosh. Now, Heather is, I've talked about Heather for years. Heather is the lovely, and of course, Heather, I don't have one of your bracelets on. I don't have the late bloomer bracelet in my office at the moment, because it was I'm so technically challenged, evidently. I wonder if the super chat thing is even working. I had it all set up, and hi, Carl from Ireland. Heather has the shop on Etsy that has the late bloomer garden collection bracelet. She designed the bracelet with all of my late bloomer colors. Now, I'm going to be talking about a lot of things today, and of course, feel free to talk amongst yourselves, because you may have things to ask each other, and that's what that's the whole blessing for me of late bloomer, and my being able to do this is connecting people, getting people talking and connecting, because connection, well, just think about the connections in nature and the connections in the garden. and then the connections of gardeners. It's just such a concept, connectivity and connectivity, which I was having problems with today. Linnell Siegel, hello, welcome to my channel. And Linnell is from Philadelphia. Thank you for telling me. Okay, Dave M, a new face. Hey, Dave. And Patty is also here. You'll see Patty's name listed in blue. Patty, of course, if you've been following me at all, she was on my first big live stream, sitting right here beside me. And then she stayed for 5 days. We did the couple of videos with Charles from Ivy Organics. And Patty will also be moderating today, which is why she has that special blue color on her name. And Hayden, how do I pronounce that? Hayden DePie, Phoenix. Oh, thank you, Hayden. I hope to meet you if I get back to Phoenix, if and when I get back to Phoenix. Oh, good, Jack. Thank you, Jack. I can't tell from looking at this that I have super chat. So thank you for telling me. This is something that I set up with the advice of, or the instruction from my good friend Tony at UK Here We Grow in Wales. And, you know, it's almost amazing to me that I actually went all the way from Los Angeles to Wales to meet Tony. It seems unreal now. And when I was actually there, I was only with Tony and his family for maybe 2.5 hours. Just imagine. So anyway, because we had all these places to go. Anyway, Tony is the one that helped me set up Super Chat. So Super Chat is an opportunity. And, you know, I've been talking about this a lot. I've been very concerned about all the money I've spent over the years on my channel without any return other than the wonderful warmth and love of my subscribers. And oh, thank you. Rusty is Rusty is Shane. That's what I thought. Thank you, Shane. Shane has become my first super chat, and I hope what happens is that I understand that comment will stay up at the top. I don't think I have to do anything to make that happen, or maybe it's just highlighted. That's what it is. Thank you, Shane. Shane's been following me for a while, and I really appreciate it. Shane, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're in Tennessee, my home state. Okay, and hi, Joy. Oh, don't worry. You know, hey, you started it off, and that's what's important. Dave, that's funny. That's funny. You know, I don't eat pizza anymore, and because I don't eat bread anymore. And good morning, Nia. You know, we could have a whole live stream just on bread and flour and everything, because I want to throw this out there, and I'm going to mention more about this soon. But if anybody is, well, I'm not trying to plug a guy who's already got a New York Times bestseller book, which, you know, I don't have that. I don't have that kind of income stream, but he wrote a great book, and it started a revolution and made a lot of people aware of what's happened to our flour in this country, wheat. And it's called Wheat Belly, and I highly recommend it. I stopped eating modern wheat after the first chapter of reading this book, and I haven't looked back. I mean, that, you know, maybe if I'm starving and I'm at a party, I might pick up a cracker, or if there's some fabulous dip and there's nothing else to eat it on, I'll take a piece of bread. But otherwise, if I have bread, I make my own biscuits, and I make it out of ancient wheat. And we can talk a lot about that later if anybody has any questions. Let's see. Living Miracle Homestead, good morning. Tell me your name and tell me where you are writing from, because I can't remember everybody. We now have 28 people here, and Jamela, and Trinidad and Tobago. I just love that. So can you imagine that I'm just sitting in my little home office in Los Angeles and I am connecting with Latvia and Ireland and Trinidad and Tobago, and that's just 10 minutes into my live stream. So thank you for joining me. Let's see. Okay, Christina, when will you be back on the road doing garden tours around the States and the world? That is an excellent question, and it leads to a much bigger conversation, Christina, because like I said, I've been talking about this for a while. I've been looking for ways to make up for all the money that I spent for all that travel, which all came out of my pocket, my retirement, my funds. And so I can't do that until I find income streams. I gave myself a hard deadline of January 1st to get a certain number of subscribers. I did not make that goal. My subscribers are growing, and when they double and triple, then I can think about getting back on an airplane, buying an air ticket. But income streams, I don't have to just rely on Google AdSense now because I have Super Chat. Now, just so in case you don't know what Super Chat is and you're just doing one of your first live streams, Super Chat is a YouTube device to help monetize creators. So if you decide to donate $5 or $10 or whatever you want to donate, part of that goes to my channel to help support me as a content creator. And as you know, a lot of people enjoy my videos for the sound and the music, and that is enhanced and has been enhanced for 6.5 years by my wonderful sound editor, Christina Horgan, who is a professional sound editor. She gives me a great deal because we've been together for 6.5 years, but it still costs money for all of that. And I did upload. A lot of people said, we don't care, we just want you to upload stuff. Please leave your opinion about that here, because I do review all that. I did do 4 videos in January without Chris's expertise. But for those videos that I shoot in the garden that have a certain mood, and my heater just came on. I don't know if you can hear that. Oh, I've had so much trouble with this heater. Let's see. Angie's Pantry, hello. And Angie is saying hello to everyone in chat. Now that is orange, and I don't know why that's orange because I'm just learning about this. Now, North Star Prepstetter, thank you, Kathy in Minnesota. And I was literally thinking about you when I shot on Thursday. Once again, folks, I just wanted to let you know, I know you love the Thursday workday videos, but Thursday it was pouring, which is why I did that 18-minute live stream. So obviously Eric didn't come. So obviously there will not be a Thursday workday this coming Thursday video. But I shot the following day when it was nice. I always like to do this in February, and I was thinking of North Star Prepstetter when I shot this. Can't remember if I mentioned your name now. I meant to, but I'm mentioning it now. And I like to shoot in February a what's blooming in the late bloomer garden, because I know a lot of people are still just, you look out the window and you just see snow and ice. And there are a few things blooming in this garden, and I wanted to share that. So you'll be seeing that on Thursday. Nancy Canyon, thank you so very much for your super chat. And Heather, thank you so much also. I inspire you, sharing the love. You're going to make me cry. Okay, hold on. I'm a little bit emotional these days. I just had a big birthday. Actually, my birthday was Valentine's Day. And I wanted to share all my lovely flowers that are still alive from the party, which I had this Saturday before, when my son Walker was here. And I also wanted to open my birthday cards, which I saved, and my birthday presents, which I saved to do during this live stream, because I thought it would be fun. Carl, okay, now if people are expecting to see OAG Charles at Old Alabama Gardener, he explained to me that they go to a church on Sunday morning and the congregation cannot support the entire people in one service. So they take turns during the year. I think for 6 months, half of them go to church at like 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, and the other half go at noon or something. So it's already noon. Well, yeah, it's noon where he lives, and Charles is in church. And I know, but he's with us in spirit. So let's see, Angie. It's orange because I tagged your channel so it would highlight so you can see what I was talking. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And I do. Wow. Wow. What, Carl? Let's see. Oh, thank you. Am I saying that right? Yoselin? Yoselin. Can you tell me where you're writing from, Yoselin? Gallegos. And let's see. Oh, gosh, Dave, do I need a hug? You have no idea. Oh, Jack just sent me a hug. Everybody can send me a hug. Living Miracle, put your name on there, please, because I just, now, Eric. Oh, Eric. I just love you, Eric. And Eric, if I hadn't had this technical nightmare right before this started, I was going to call the nursery and kind of ream them out about selling me an apple tree that's not going to produce apples, if that's the case, because I am going to be furious. There's no room for another apple tree. Just to fill everyone else in, we have 37 now, 39. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. Please hit that subscribe button while I'm thinking about it. 38. Wait, where'd you go? Please hit that subscribe button and share this channel and this live stream with your friends and tell them what a fun time you had, and that they really should subscribe to my channel. That will help me a lot. But anyway, in my last video that I uploaded, we planted an apple tree, my first apple tree. I had very little room, as you saw where we put that espalier tree. And both of those people at the nursery were just sitting there looking at their computers, and all this stuff. And while I was waiting to order that tree, I looked at the thing. I looked at the chill hours. I discussed it with the man. Never once did anyone say to me, "Oh, by the way, you got to have another tree if you want to have apples." What? Don't sell me a tree that's not going to make apples. I am beside myself. I spent a lot of money, and of course, Eric planted that. I don't know what I'm going to do. So, planting seeds, City Homestead. Thank you for mentioning that. Hold that thought. I'm going to be right back. I hope you talked amongst yourselves. I have an update. City Homestead. City Homestead, can you put your name? Can you put your name on there, because I can't remember, and where you're writing from? Kathy from Florida, Living Miracle. So Kathy, which day was your daughter's birthday? Valentine's Day, like mine? She can be. Okay, so let's see. Thank you for I did. And John, hey, John. That's okay, John. I had another technical nightmare, so you got to miss all that. Hi, Lauren. Lauren is writing. Okay, hey, everybody. I want you to say hi to Lauren in Berlin. Berlin, yes. And I feel so horrible because on my Europe trip, my last 2 videos never got made. And the very next one was Lauren's backyard garden in Berlin. She has a charming backyard garden. We did a cute video there. I went sightseeing. I had never been to Berlin. And that video is yet to be assembled. So if you guys would like to have a look at Berlin and Lauren's backyard garden, please leave a comment right now and send her some love, and I will try to get on that. Let's see. Yes. I can plant more than one tree in a hole. Kathy, That tree, I mean, I hate to say this, that tree, they made a mistake. That tree was $189, okay? I splurged. They charged me $159 because they misquoted the price. But she charged me $50 to deliver it in her own car, saving me $10 from the service of the nursery. And then I had to pay Eric to plant it. So I'm going to be like way upset if that tree does not produce apples. Angie, you would love to see what video? Now I've got so many things I'm talking about. Back to City Homestead. Where are you? Colleen in Tennessee. Is this Colleen? My Colleen? Or is this a new Colleen? Is this Colleen from Kingsport? Let me know. So I don't know if you can see it that well, but here are and it just, when I opened the lid, the garlic smell almost knocked me over. These are the shoots coming up. There are 1, 2, kind of hard to see. There's about 6 or 8 shoots. And what I did, because I just kind of freaked out in November, and I gave away, I hate to say this, and maybe this will change at some point, but I had to just, I'm on overload, and I had to reduce. So I gave my light setup to Luis Tobon the day that he came and we did that video. And I also I didn't give away, but I sold my dehydrator, because I had bought that. I did so much research on that dehydrator, and I had spent a pretty penny for that thing, and I used it one time, and I said, nope, it's not gonna sit out there and not be used. So I sold it for $50. Anyway, let's see. Katja, where are you writing from? Oh, so Slovenia. Oh my gosh, Slovenia, Latvia, Ireland, and Trinidad and Tobago. Ouch. Eric, yeah, tell me about that. This is LA, Eric. You know, everything's expensive. Hallo und willkommen. Pollinate. What, Carl? Finish your thought there. I don't know what I forgot what you said already. Okay, so Hayden would really like to see my Berlin video. Anybody else? I'm going to do that. I've got beautiful. What we did is her husband did the driving, and which was great. And we went to all the major sites, you know, which I had never seen. And so the sun was brilliant, and I took stills because you can go much faster. I mean, he literally would pull over to the median, and I would run to take a picture. So thank you, Nia. I really appreciate, Nia has a big highlighted comment there, and she has encouraged everyone to like and support this channel. And I hope that happens, because let's get back to some of the things I wanted to talk about. Get with your neighbors, so you like apple trees, and then y'all can have apples. Oh, Shane, if you only knew what you're asking, that won't happen. And we can have a conversation about that on email. No, in all the 7 years that I've been here and people walk by and everything, I don't know that I've ever encouraged a single person to take it on. I went and spoke at the Rotary Club, and one guy, you know, I told him about my whole, you know, I did a whole presentation, PowerPoint, and he afterwards he asked a question. He said, "How much time do you spend in the garden?" I said, "Well, you know, I spend 9 hours on Thursday, solid." And he goes, "Forget it." He like walks away like that. So it's like, nobody wants to do that. Yes, Eric lives on an island, which has a very interesting microclimate. Let's see. So we have some communication between Slovenia and Minnesota. And let's see. Yes, Howie, I remember Howie. It's a name I remember. Howie at Food Forest Permaculture just made a joke, and that's funny. I do have two people. That's Patty and Angie on it today. So, and if I need another one, I'm going to sign John up, and then if I need another one, I'll sign you up, Howie. So Jack has to go. Everybody say bye to Jack, and give Jack some love and some encouragement, because our young people are the future of healthy food. I believe Jack is 16 now, and he's one of my biggest fans, and the feeling is mutual. See you later, Jack. Cut off a $50 branch and graft a $2 anisole. Yeah, but I won't have apples this year. That's the problem, Eric. Eric has to go. Oh, darn it. Okay. Bye, Eric. Maybe Eric is just saying bye to Jack. Hopefully that's the case. Let's see. Wow. Mix is going to have 42 varieties of peppers in Latvia. Mix, what would you say? I know our growing zones are kind of just the U.S., but how would you compare your growing zone to the growing zones in the U.S.? Oh, good. I'm glad, Eric. I don't want you to go. Okay, so we still just have about 43 people. These are all my favorite people that are on here that I see each time, and I'm so glad you all tuned back in, because I just got to say, this technical stuff is for the live stream is driving me kind of crazy, because this time I was going to be so prepared, and I set up an event, which they said you have more control over your live streams if you set up an event. I had an event with all the description, the tags, everything all on there, and and I could see the countdown, 37 minutes, 22 minutes, 11 minutes, and nothing was happening. And Jack could not see that. I was on the phone with the Facebook Messenger with Jack. He goes, maybe you'll just have to do a Facebook live stream. I said, no. We'll have to do that separately, because not everybody's on Facebook. Okay, my big news. Okay, there's 46 of you now. I'm going to go ahead and talk about my big news. The big topic, of course, for me is trying to generate more income so that I can keep this channel going, and kind of pay myself back a little bit for all the fortune that I've spent. So Tony at Tony helped me with a lot. Yes, and also Tony at in Wales, Tony at UK Here We Grow, encouraged me to set up an Amazon store. So if any of you are not already committed to other creators, because a lot of creators are doing this now, because it's another income stream for creators to get reimbursed for their time and expenses of making videos. I have an Amazon link, and I'm going to write it right here. And it's very easy. And it's right there. And I didn't put the www. Hopefully, let's see. Let's see. I don't know what you're talking. Let's see. Check with your local extension to try to find companies that sell apple pollen. Here's the website. Oh, she's telling me what to do about my apple tree. Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to review that, and if anybody wants to review what she has just put on here about people selling out apple pollen. I mean, it's blooming right this second. That's the problem. Doing a scion, or grafting the tree, or planting another tree. I mean, there's no time. It's in bloom now. So let's see. Hi, Gilly is writing us from Australia, I believe, right? Gilly, aren't you writing me from Australia? I try to remember where everybody is. Have green. Oh yes, you mentioned that last time, Mix, that everybody has a greenhouse in Latvia. Okay, I wanted to just talk a little bit about that Amazon, my Amazon link. This is most people, unless you're just really off the grid and you just refuse to support that the most richest guy in the world, Jeff Bezos. Uh, Most people use the convenience of Amazon to order stuff. And if you would so kindly go through my link, it costs you nothing, not one penny extra. If you just go to my URL, you can look at what my offerings. I set this up last night. Right now, everything on my storefront, are products that I've ordered and used. I'm going to expand that. And in fact, I want all of my hardcore, wonderful fans to put a link on here in a comment of an item that you strongly recommend, whether it's pruners or somebody is looking for a great garden bag. I mean, a friend of mine is. And your favorite seed starting mix. I don't care, your favorite light bulb. I don't care what it is. It could be household, it could be gardening, it could be health and wellness, it could be a garden book that you recommend. Just go to Amazon, find that item. You can do this later. Go to Amazon, find that item, and leave a comment. You can leave a comment under this video after it's over. And I'm going to add those so there are different topics on my store right now. I have health and wellness, household essentials, gardening, and camera and photo equipment. But it could be anything else. It could be a hula hoop. Doesn't matter what it is. I'll find a category for it. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to create a category. I'm going to say, items my fans love. And I'm just going to list them all in there. And then my community, when they go there to Amazon, they can see, these are items that have been recommended, that have been used and recommended to Kaye. And I just think it's a win-win for me, obviously, because anything you buy while you're going through my link, whether it's in my store or anywhere else on Amazon, as long as you enter from my URL, I will get a small commission for anything you buy on Amazon. And that could really help support this channel, much more so than Google ad dollars. Let's see. Entertained the green. John is saying, have I ever entertained the Greenstock Tower Garden? I'm not sure what you mean by that verb, entertained, because I have two out back and I've talked about them a lot. And they were actually donated to me to try. And that's a great company. That's a family company in Tennessee. I highly recommend it. I don't have a lot of sun out there. So what happens is your kale and your peas and all those things get mildew, because I get so much mildew here. But I highly recommend the Greenstock Garden. And it was, let's see, one of the gardens in Phoenix. It was the first one I did on my last trip. What is she called? Oh, shoot, I'm blanking. She has one in her garden. Let's see. How about bees? Our neighbor lost 20 hives in Hurricane Matthew. Oh my God. I know. I'm so worried about the bees, Dave. That is just horrible. 20 hives. Let's be 11-16 minute testers. Nia, are you talking to me or are you talking to somebody else? I'm not sure. That's a very interesting comment that Nia has just left. I'm going to have to look back when I can focus and try to do that. And Angie has just recommended a particular dehydrator. That's great. And yes, Nia, I absolutely did. And I just left the link, and I'm going to do it, write it here again. It's just so simple. And I got to say, Amazon was very responsive. 2 days ago, I wrote they were going to use my channel name, which is way too long, and I've been trying to change my channel name for a while, but it's not so easy with Google. So I just wanted Late Bloomer Show because that's what's on all my social media and my website. And they wrote right back and said, we made the change for you. So it's amazon.com/shop/Late Bloomer Show. Very simple. What else did I want to mention? Let's see. Yes. And I did that. Oh, so let's see. Okay. Now talking about money, this was a Christmas present to myself from, well, it was supposed to be a family Christmas present to me. It was supposed to be my Christmas present in 2017. And as you know, most of you know, I got seriously injured on Christmas Eve. Crack. And so this arm was out of commission, and there was no way that I was going to try to upgrade my computer until this got repaired. I couldn't reach behind. I couldn't plug in stuff. I mean, I would have had my Mac guy here doing most of the work, but still, there's always stuff you've got to climb behind the computer and plug this in and plug that in and change this and do that. And I was really not able to do any of that until I would say May or April. And then I had some trips to take, and so I was gone a lot. And then when I came back, the tankless water heater went out, and I don't know if you know how much those cost, but it's a big investment. So I would very kindly put off my need for a new computer. I have mentioned it before. So this computer that I'm working on, it's really hard to run the current versions of Adobe streaming software. So it's a 2012, which in computer, when you're running sophisticated software, if all you're doing is emailing and, watching YouTube videos or whatever, this Word documents or something like that, a computer will last for a long time. Will be fine, but, not when you're doing all this streaming stuff. So this computer had to be replaced, and I'm happy to say my new computer arrived yesterday, and it's sitting in the box in my living room. And I'm hoping to get my Mac guy over here tomorrow, and hopefully it will help me make videos even faster, I hope. So that's happening, and let's see. So I've already said that. I've already said everything, it seems like. Let's see, we've got 52 people. Please announce yourself if you have joined recently, and I've missed you. Hi, Hillary. Hillary is from near Waco, Texas, and she had a huge drought last summer, and one of the fans I really wanted to visit, because I would like to visit all my fans, obviously. And I've talked to Eric up in San Juan Islands, Double Dog Farm. I really wanted to come up there, but the 2 times that I was kind of close, when I went to 3 times I went to Vancouver Web Fest. You fly right. I flew right over your farm going into the airport in Vancouver, Eric. That was in March, and March is not a good time to go to the San Juan Islands. But Hillary, I really wanted to get to see Hillary, and her garden was burning up last September, and she said there's really nothing to see. She got a lot of rain after that, so her garden has thrived. And hopefully, when my son Walker is moving to Austin, Texas. I'm trying to think if this is a brand new announcement. My son Walker is moving to Austin, Texas in November. He's been in Minnesota for 2 years, and he is going to be moving down there because primarily what he does for Thousand Hills Lifetime Grazed beef, well, they sell beef and pork, and I'm not sure what else, but they're what he mainly does for the company is travel around and certify producers So they have the best protocols in the business, I'm told, because all of their animals spend an entire lifetime on grass. I don't know if you're aware of this, but grass-fed beef, you're starting to see those labels a lot in the stores, and that's because their producers are trying to sell that. But you really have to look at the company you're buying it from, because he took me in the grocery store last weekend and he goes, this brand is owned by a big corporation and they put this really pretty grass, cattle grazing on grass label on there. And he said they spend like a week on grass. So Thousand Hills, Lifetime Graze, I get no money for saying this, but I'm telling you, they have the best protocols and their animals spend a lifetime on grass. Oh, I was just playing with these seeds here. Now, I don't think Glenda has joined us. I left her a message this morning. Amber and John, Homestead Projects, thank you for joining us. We have 51 people. I hope that number is still going up and not down. We did lose a couple of people who had to check out. 2 books, 2 towers, 2 iPhone stands, and 2 iBooks, 2 towers. Oh wow, Dave, you've got a lot of stuff. Oh, wonderful. Mix has gotten some cuttings for camellias after seeing my lovely camellias. And it's hard for me to take credit for those gorgeous camellias because they were here 25 years ago when we bought the house. And let's see. I sadly have a clinical exam tomorrow, so I've got to go scrub up. Carl, thank you so much for joining us from Ireland. Everybody say bye to Carl. Say bye, Carl. Don't say bye because I'll think you're leaving me. Thank you for joining us, Carl. And yeah, Eric, you're going to enjoy Howie. Let's see. Lone Traveler. What? Lone Traveler. This is news to me. You just said, love you, Kaye. I was one of your first subscribers. Please leave me your name and where you're writing from. We have to get to know one another. If you've been with me for almost 7 years. And everybody is just talking amongst themselves here. And I've talked about, if you're just joining me, here's an update on the garlic bubills. Is that I can't, it's just one of those words that I can't get in my head, but I do have some sprouts here that are happening. And what I was going to say before is I gave away that expensive light setup that I had out there. And I'm not these are the only things I'm seeding. And I also gave him my heating mats. So I put these 2 containers on top of my Blu-ray player, which even when you're not using it, there's a little bit of heat that's burning on that. What do you call it? Those devices in your sound cabinet under your TV. My stuff is ancient. Oh my gosh, ancient. I was the last person in the world to get a VHS. I was the last person to get a DVD. I was the last person to get a cell phone. And, you see. Okay, bye, Carl. Laurent has just joined us from Hungary. Fantastic. And make sure you hit that subscribe button, Laurent, if you haven't already. And okay, so Lone Traveler emailed me a long time ago. But just tell me your name right now and what state you're writing from, okay? Try to jog my mind. Hit the thumb, blue, you won't feel a thing. Ring that bell, you won't hurt your eyes. No. Yes, please ring that bell and for notifications of my channel. And when I get off my channel, when I get off my live stream, I hope I see more subscribers. And I've only got 32 thumbs up there. So, and there's 51 people out there. So let me see that number go up. Okay. Only 50 now. I guess that was Carl. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Michigan. Michigan. Okay. And then okay, wonderful. All right. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, I was going to open my birthday cards. Okay. And just, this won't take but 5 minutes, but I just wanted to point out, I have this amazing friend named Hazel, and Hazel makes these incredible handmade things, and she makes her own cards. And so she will take the paper, and you see that she cuts a piece of fabric, and she puts the piece of fabric inside, and then she sews stitches around the fabric. And it's so simple, but it's a beautiful way to personalize a card. And she collects fabulous pieces of fabric all over the place, everywhere she goes. Dear Kaye, happy birthday for this special girl on her special day. And Hazel came early and she helped me decorate. And then she worked the kitchen the entire dinner. Hazel was the one that rang my bell at 6 o'clock every night after I broke my arm with a tray of food. I mean, you don't get friends better than that. Ah! Oh, this is funny. I love this. I don't know if that's backwards, but it says aged to perfection. And that's from my neighbor. Happy 29th birthday. This is my neighbor. I love that. And are you enjoying this? Is this crazy? I mean, I know we're not talking about gardening, but where's the gardening? The Stone Ape. Yeah, we were talking about gardening. Did you just join us? Hope you had a great day. Hey, Tony. Yeah, I've already been talking about you a lot. I don't know what this is. Oh, dear Kaye. This is it's a gift card. How lovely. With lovely cards. Okay. I have about 3 or 4 more. I won't do that. These are all my balloons and my beautiful flowers from my party and some presents. And another thing that I'm going to be working hard on this year is my essential oil business. So I'll be talking about how I use my essential oils in my life and my garden. I just wanted to show you this. This is another one this is Hazel's gift. And she, like I said, she finds these fabulous fabrics, and it's all handmade. It's all lined. Look at that. And she just makes this. I said, what is this for? And she said, just to put something that's special in. Oh my gosh. So it's lovely. Okay. So I wanted to send everyone who has made a super chat donation some of these seeds. This was if you recall, when Glenda, if you look in my playlist called Fans Visit the Late Bloomer Garden, I think that's the name of it. You'll see Glenda's video. Glenda came last fall, I think, and she brought me this huge, it was like this big, this huge squash that she had gotten at the Heirloom Expo. What happens at the Heirloom Expo? And be sure and go and watch my Heirloom Expo videos. They're short, and you can see a lot of the, thank you for, Tony, thank you. Wow, that's so nice that you gave that. I won't be sending you seeds to England, though. But I'm going to send a few of these wonderful seeds to everybody that donates, makes a live chat a super chat donation. Anyway, she brought me this incredible squash. And at the end of the Heirloom Expo, they have this mountain, literally mountain, that goes to the top of the exhibition hall of winter squash. As many varieties as you can even fathom, imagine. And it's a decoration. It's obviously a big talking point. But at the end of the festival, something's got to happen with all that squash. And people can just bring their truck and load it up. And that's what she did. She took her VW camper and filled it up. And one of those squash is the one that she brought me. I'm trying to find out the name of it, and hopefully I will find out the variety before I send these out. But I am telling you, all we did was cut this thing in half, bake it with a little butter, and I'm not sure if she put something else on there. I'll ask her. But it was delicious, melt in your mouth, fabulous. Okay, so who's Grandma Sandy? Hey, thank you for joining us. Mad for the gardening, so I am. The Stone Ape, can you, the Stoned Ape, no, yeah, the Stoned Ape. Okay, can you just give me your name and where you're writing from? I love for everybody who joins the conversation, so other people know where you're writing from and your first name, so that we can have a conversation. Let's see. And just for your information, if this is the first time you've seen a live stream, I have connectivity issues here. It's very low resolution if I go out in the garden. And so to have a continuous live stream where I don't have to worry about it failing and everything, I've been doing these and plus it's been winter and raining a lot. I've been doing the live streams, most of them in my office, where we talk about gardening and other things. And then, of course, I'll be back out in the garden. I will have a video on Thursday of what's blooming in my garden. And, of course, hopefully I'll have an update on the apple tree saga. So if you look back in the comments, you'll see Double Dog Farm has some comments and other people about my possible disaster with the apple tree. Lauren is smiling. Edwin has made it. Edwin is writing from Arizona at the moment. Edwin is one of my newest super fans and watches all my videos and writes me all the time. Okay, I don't know if you're sticking around, Ed, or if you're just coming and going. But thank you for checking in. And Grandma Sandy is here. Oh, Gilly has got to go. Please make sure you hit that like button before you go, Gilly. Thank you. Richard. Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Richard is from Northern Cal in the Bay Area. And thank you for joining us. And Richard, if you have not already, please hit that subscribe button. Richard, what I'm doing, what's new on this live chat or live stream is I have Super Chat enabled, which is a way for content creators to make a little bit more money to support their channel. So if you would like to make a donation on your, you can see that UK Here We Grow made a £5, he's in UK, donation. Then your comment is highlighted and remains so for the entire live stream. And where are you writing from, Mark? I forget. Mark has just joined us, and he's going to tell us where he's writing from. Let's see. Who is Ali Mixer? Let's see. Oh, Jack in Florida. Right, Jack in Florida. Did you send me those? Are you the one that sent me the? Well, you were doing a thing on your own outside on a piece of property, if I got the right person, and you were trying to do your own thing and kind of live off the grid on this piece of property. And then you sent me the squash seeds. The starts with an S. The not sequoia. Anyway, if that's the same person, I remember you. Sunspot and white boar pumpkins. Oh, that sounds delicious. Let's see. Oh, fantastic. Carl just left us from Ireland. He had to go study for an exam. And you have joined us, the Stoned Ape, which is Datha. Am I saying that right? Dathy from Ireland. What a lovely name. I hope I said that right. And hi, Christian. Hi, Christian. There's the Christian. If you just joined me, there's someone else that's watching from Trinidad and Tobago. Incredible. Thank you for loving me. I appreciate that. And let's see. John is, yeah, okay. Korea, what's your name? What's your name? Hello from Korea. Korea has joined us. Korea is in the house. I am so excited. I just went to a comedy show night before last, and it was called Asian AF. And I won't tell you what the AF stands for, but remember, it was a comedy show. And there was a Korean entertainer who was very, very funny. And of course, you know, my darling Zachary next door is Korean. The whole family. We all enjoy your channels. Learned about you from Liz. Okay, that's thank you so much, Howie. Let's see. Okay, good, Shane. I'm glad you're back. Let's see, Florida. We got some Floridas. Semi off grid on 2+ acres. No, I didn't send seeds. Okay, so there were 2 Florida people then. Okay. Double Dog, is that a link for an item that you want me to add to my store? Just say yes or no, and I will show that. I have to show or hide that link. I'm just going to show it because I'm assuming that's what it is. Travis in Colorado, that you transplanted in your last gardening video. The plants that I transplanted. Oh, you know what? I haven't even checked on those. Good grief. You know, it rained all of Thursday. Well, it's probably rained half of the time since we transplanted those. And I was just going to say, if you've just joined me, that I'm sorry I'm repeating myself, but people come and go, and I don't know who's heard what. So there won't be a Thursday workday video this Thursday because it poured down rain on this past Thursday, which is why I shot that live stream. And I filmed a What's Blooming in February. I love to do that, especially for my northern neighbors who don't have anything going in the garden yet. I've been doing that since for at least 4 years now, What's Blooming in February in my garden. So that'll be one of my pretty beautiful sounding videos, and I'll be uploading that on Thursday. Oh, thank you, Eric. Okay, I'll add that definitely. Okay, so I just want to mention to the people that have just joined me, I want to mention again, one of the ways that I have figured out to keep going this year, because things have changed in my life, and I just can't keep spending all of my money to make my videos and travel and do all that. So I have all of that content. I have 430 videos for people to enjoy. I've been a lot of places, 16 videos in England, 3 in Amsterdam, or 3 in the Netherlands, and several in Germany. And because by way of popular demand, I'm going to be finishing those last 2 Germany videos as I can this spring. Before spring, hopefully. And one of the ways I'm starting another income stream is through my Amazon link. So if you are an Amazon shopper, if you use my link as an entry point, my URL, I will get a small commission on anything that you buy while you're visiting the Amazon site. Whether or not you pick an item in my store, I will still get a commission on that. And that's one way that I can make more money to try to support this channel and pay my sound editor. And so I would really appreciate that. And I'm just going to put the link down here once again for anybody who just joined. It's Amazon.com shop. Boy, I hope this works. Okay. So if you just click on that link, then I have already got 4 idea boards, kind of, I guess, to use a Pinterest term. I never, ever figured out Pinterest. but or had the time. But right now I have household essentials, gardening, film equipment, and health and wellness. Those are my idea boards, and I have several items in each of those, mostly in gardening, but I'm creating a board after this chat, and I want each of you to if you're an Amazon shopper, to go to Amazon and either in this chat, which I will review later, or in a comment on the underneath the once I finish the live stream, then it is embedded into my channel and into my events, and I will check it. But I want to make a board of all of the items that my fans love. And so fans that go to my storefront can see, oh, the fans love this. The fans have used this, because I'm just one person. And, I've used, half a dozen of this and a half a dozen of that. And other people may have a much better suggestion for amendments or tools, or, I'm not great with tools, and I would love tool recommendations. So any of those links, if you just put them here, then I will add that to my idea board, and other fans that go to my storefront can see those and go, oh, they like this, and you might want to get that. And Katja is here from, tell me again where you're writing from, Katja. And Lauren, if you mean, do I ever ship to Germany? I mean, I could send you something, but yeah, I think this is pretty much going to be US. I don't know about Amazon in Germany. I really have no idea how all the international stuff works with Amazon. Oh, yes. Listen, can you type that out for me, North Star Prepstetter? Can you type out the link as it should be, or copy it, post them? Whoever, can you just go to my Amazon store and copy and paste my, well, maybe I could do it. I don't know. No, I have to pay attention. Let's see. Let's see. My friend watch episodes of I Love Lucy and Happy Days. Just find comment comes when you laugh, you are understanding. Where are you writing from, Marna? Let's see. Okay, so obviously Tony knows the answer to the Amazon question. I will send Lauren the link, and she will be able to order stuff. And let's see. Okay, great. Thank you. Yes, I do have. If you go in there to the gardening thing, you will see that I added a red one, a green one, a gray one. I'm talking about the root pouch. I have used a lot of different kinds of cloth containers, and the ones that I have listed are the ones that I like and recommend. And the drawstring one is a different company, but I really like those too, because you can mound up potatoes in those and roll it up, and you can't really roll up the other ones. I recommend, for root pouch, I recommend the handles. They're just easier to deal with, to pick up, to move around, and I find that one of the main reasons to move pots around is to find the sun. So I'm always moving things around on the driveway or whatever. Now, Angie in Kentucky has the Gigamundo cloth pots that are like 6 feet across, and they must have a ton of dirt in them. So there's no moving those babies. But I try to keep it with the 3 to 5 gallon, because even the 7 gallon gets kind of hard to move around. You can drag them, but once you got wet dirt in those, they're hard to move. Okay, let's see. Here we go. And the Rusty Shane at the Rusty Spigot is putting my link there, and I really appreciate that. And I think Double Dog did too. and so did Tony at UK Here We Grow. So this is coming up. Yeah, thanks guys. I really appreciate all that. And okay, Richard and so is talking among themselves. Hi, Yvonne. Why are you sorry? Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, 400 gallons. Forget about it. Well, yeah, mix. Clay pots are obviously wonderful and beautiful to look at. The thing about the cloth pots is they start out, there's a red one, there's a green one, there's a gray one, there's even white, which is great for Arizona. But what happens is they all, because the water seeps out of the side, they get dirty, and sometimes they get the greenish kind of mold, I guess it is. And they don't stay pretty. So I kind of have just gone back to using the gray ones. And because I thought, you know how much I love red. And I had all of those pots were red out there in one of this like 2 or 3 years ago. But the red fades, these are recycled. These are cloth pots made out of recycled fibers. And so, they don't have strong dyes or anything in them. So they get rained on and they fade. So I just find that just to kind of glance at the garden, it looks prettier just to use the gray ones, because the gray ones don't show the gray ones don't show the dirt and the mold, or it just leaches out. But I love them because they're light enough for me to move around. Let's see. I know they're all mucky in the end. It's true. It's true. So there's someone from, well, whatever. I don't know what's going on. Cute Crafts. Hey, you just got here. Finally. Hit that like button while you're there, and say hello to everyone. Well, you just did that. The Black Grow Bags. Big Wave in Florida. What's your name? I do too. I use black and gray now. I've used all the colors, and now I'm just back to black and gray. Your apple tree is itself. Mickey, okay, did you just join me? Okay, Mickey, there was a bit of a drama at the countdown of 37 minutes to my live stream. I had it all set up in a live event, which it says that, they announce it, they share it, you can do it simultaneously on Facebook. That's what I tried to do today. It did not happen. I don't know why. I need tech support. And so that was what I was going to do right before I went on live, is I was going to I called yesterday, and both of the people I bought the tree from were not there. And so thank you. Thank you for your donation, Cute Crafts. Also say your name so everybody knows, and where you're writing from, because I can't remember. I'm glad to join this channel. My job is docent of Sweet Potato Museum. That is so fantastic. Can you tell me your name, Korea? The person writing from Korea says he's glad to join my channel, and he is a docent for sweet potatoes. John. Oh, thank you, John. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. Dog lover. Tell me your name and where you're writing from. And a lot of people will be happy to communicate with you. Kevin in Florida, obviously. Mickey, yes, so I don't know yet, Mickey. The Apple saga will be continuing, and I will be sure and let everybody know what the verdict is on that. Lobato. Oh gosh, I do not speak that language. If anybody does speak that language, please let me know. And Lobato, tell me where you're writing from and your first name. And Okay, so Travis has to go. Travis, thank you for joining all of my chats. Don't forget to hit that like button before you go, and subscribe and share with your friends and all that. And so I'm really trying to get 1,000 more subscribers by the middle of March. And that would be just awesome if that happened. Okay, so let's see. Okay, it is the same link and it brought me directly to her shop. Maybe try a different browser. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Hi, Kaye, love you, love you, love your vids. Dog lover, I need your name and where you're writing from. And if you love me and you love my vids, I love you too. Angelica Karna is writing from where? Okay, Hyun, did I say that right? Hyun Shim? Hyun Shim? Tell me if I got even close. Oscar, Oscar, that's like way different from Hyun Shim. So anyway, okay, Angelica has to say bye. Okay, and hit that like button before you go, Angelica, and tell me where you were writing from, because I didn't get that. Let's see. I know, John. I know. This is the thing. YouTube takes a big cut of the whatever you're donating for my super chats, and what can I do? It's Google is fabulously wealthy because they don't share a lot of the wealth. You know what I'm saying? So we do what we can to survive. Hi, Paige. Poland. Do you have to leave, Angelica? You said bye? Do you have to leave? You just got here. Poland, Latvia, Trinidad and Tobago, Ireland. Help me out. What other countries do we have here? This is fantastic. And Korea, of course. And he's a docent for the Sweet Potato Museum. There's actually a sweet potato museum in Korea. And where in Korea would that be? What city or town? Let's see. Okay, Howie's got to go. Everybody say bye to Howie. Thanks for tuning in, Howie. And let's see. Dog lover, who is Paige. Paige, can you just tell me, how long have you been gardening? Where you are? Give us a little bit of information about how long you've been watching, so that we have something to comment to. I subbed to you and liked you. Thank you. Let's see. Did sometime in. What did you say, Dave? I'm missing your thing there. Let's see. Yes. Howie is going, and Howie says to please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, and I hope you will. I was planning to go until 12 o'clock, and when I made this list, it seemed like I would have so much more to talk about. I will just mention once again that another way to support this channel is to become a patron. And I don't know if any of you are in a position to make a monthly donation, but that's what Patreon is. It's a fundraising platform for content creators of all kinds. You could be a writer and not even be online. You could just have a website or a blog or whatever. And if your work is out there somehow on the internet, and you're known, you could create a following and have people supporting your work. Could be filmmakers, could be writers, could be dancers. It could be any of the creative arts, truly anything. But it's a great way to help YouTube content creators. We're just one of the many kinds of people that Patreon supports. And I only have a handful of people supporting me, and I could really use another handful of people supporting me. So if that's something that you would like to see happen, and you would like to see this channel continue for the rest of the year? Because that's a question mark, frankly. I may be, I'm not sure what's going to happen, to tell you the truth. But anyway, Patreon is one way. The Amazon link, which has been posted a number of times, is another way to support this channel. Direct donations from my PayPal link from my homepage is another way. And but the best way is Patreon, because most like 95% of the money that you donate actually comes to the creator. Whereas the live chat, it's, YouTube takes a much bigger cut of those donations. Let's see, Wanju City, where is the U.S. Army base? Okay, the museum is Joe M. Memorial Hall, and tries to fertilize sweet potato from Japan in the 18th century. That sounds so intriguing, and I hope everybody will take a look at that. This is Hyunshim, or you can call him Oscar, writing from Wanju City, which is where there is an army base in Korea, South Korea, obviously. And there's a memorial hall, and they're trying to fertilize the sweet potato from Japan from the 18th century, which I find fascinating. And most of you probably do know. And what's her name from Kentucky? Help me out, Angie. Judy Fannin was saying that the sweet potato is likely one of the most nutritious vegetables that you can eat. I'm just going on her word. I haven't checked that out, but I believe that. Let's see. Okay. Kaye, do you support people with autism? Do I support them? Let's see. Ooh. Well, all I can say to the Wizard of Ozzy is I have had experience with all of those things, and except for anorexia. And I know it's very, very difficult, but it is possible to thrive, to live and thrive. And the one way that I would recommend to anyone who is down and out in whatever way is gardening. Even if you don't have your own garden, you can borrow a pot from someone, and you can grow something in a pot, and you start growing something in a pot, and you start feeling a connection. And when we started this whole live stream, we were talking about connectivity and the connections between people, and just think about the connections of the mycorrhizae in the forest. That's how those big trees, I know I'm making a big leap here, folks, but that's how those big trees manage to stand up, because they have these root systems that are very shallow like that, but you've got these monster trees and they're hundreds of years old. How is that even possible? Why don't they blow down or fall down? And it's because of the mycorrhizae in the forest holding everything up. And I just feel like we can all help each other and hold each other up in so many ways. And that's one thing that I try to do with this live stream. No, I'm not out in the garden showing you how to dig a hole. Doing this right now, you already know how to dig a hole. In fact, most of you, and I just wanted to reiterate this at the top, and I forgot, Eric at Double Dog Farm, who's been such a support to me for so many years. And by the way, his farm is named Double Dog Farm because he has a white and a black dog. And I think they're both Labradors. Anyway, most of the people who follow me know so much more than I do about gardening. Yes, I may come up with a little tip here and there, or I may do things a little differently because I've seen somebody else do it, or my experience is this or whatever. And I share all that. And if you go back and you look at all my videos, you'll see that I've done things different ways all along the way. And it's because people suggest things to me. and I try them. And so I just want to remind everybody, the reason my channel is called Late Bloomer is I got a late start on all this. I didn't start trying to grow anything really until 2012. And yes, we would go and buy some flowers and stick them in the ground, or buy a bush here and there. But this is the first house that I've ever had, the first yard I've ever had since I left home at 18. And so, and I've been here 25 years. And you can see how I developed the garden, the creative way I developed the garden. And so when I planted the apple tree the other day, I do a lot of things spontaneously. I think a lot about wanting to do something, and then, like, for example, I wanted to plant something. If you recall, last year I had that huge perpetual spinach plant on that trellis out there, and as well as the red Malabar spinach. Well, all that, the red Malabar spinach died back, which is normal with all that rain. It just sort of melted, and we pulled it all out. And I didn't start anymore, so I don't have any red Malabar spinach. And the perpetual spinach became so top heavy, and it got so nasty that I just wound up taking it all out. And I said, I'm starting fresh. So I went to the nursery. I was not planning to buy an apple tree, believe me. And we only have 2 nurseries now, really. They've all closed. And so you kind of rely on the people that are hired to work in the nursery to give you some advice. And we're walking all around. I was walking around with the man, and I was saying, I'm not sure what I want on there, but I want something on there that I don't want it to start like that and take all year to grow. I want to put something in there, and I want it to be beautiful within 2 weeks. I wanted it to be beautiful for my birthday party, which was just literally 2 days before. We planted that 2 days before my birthday party. And so I thought of Jill Green in Phoenix and how she had those, and she grows Anna apples, and I could have gotten an Anna apple that was available to order, and I could have gotten a grafted tree. It had 3. It had Anna, Dorset, and one other one on there. Forget what the other one was. And that's what I should have gotten. But I looked on the nursery order form, and it said 100 chill hours for the Dorset Golden. And I said, well, I'd love to have this other one with these different varieties, but I don't even know if I can come up with 100 chill hours, much less 250 chill hours. What I should have done is, I should have had Eric on speed dial on my phone and said, Eric, I'm at the nursery. I'm considering making a big purchase here. What do you think? And he would have said, it may not pollinate. You may not have apples. Anyway, it is what it is. I made that decision. I did that. Now I have to fix it somehow. So, okay, back to this. Okay, Dog Lover says she's sad. Are you sad about me? Oh, they're having a conversation. Okay. You started growing in 2013. Have you been with me the whole time? Because that's I started in 2012, and I really appreciate that. I think maybe somebody reach out to Dog Lover there and take it off the live chat. Maybe Angie, you could do that, or Patty. And Patty's in Texas this weekend. What's going on in Texas, Patty? Are you having fun over there? Just let us know. And okay, Dog Lover, I absolutely suggest that you go and you find a little plant and you put it in a pot, and that will be your thing for today that you take away from this live stream, is that you started a plant and you're going to watch that plant grow, and you're going to tend that and take care of it. And put your focus on the plant, and that will feed you and make you feel better. I guarantee it. Let's see. I'm back. Got kicked out by a long run. I don't know what that means. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Mix says, oh my gosh, you started growing when you were 6 years old. Oh, Mix, I didn't realize you were a teenager. Okay. Or maybe I did. Okay. So I have several teenagers, and it's interesting. Most of them are boys, and I wish I had more teenage girls that were interested in gardening. If you recall, Mix, if you've been watching for a while, 2 Christmases ago, I started a late bloomer teen fan club, and I had Ben in Canada, and I had I want to say Carl, somebody in South Africa, and I had about 5 teenage boys that were following. And of course, there's Shalbin in Kerala, India. He's a big fan, and I'm just so excited about all these boys. And I had Jose. Jose was in Southern Cal, up in Oxnard. And I had all these boys watching, and I was so excited because, hey, first of all, I'm not young, but if a teenage boy likes my channel, then evidently I must have something to offer. And hopefully, my sense of humor helps. Let's see what's happening here. Oh my goodness, Nancy. Okay, Nancy, it would seem to have confirmed that I need another tree, and there's no place to put a tree out there. So what the heck am I going to do? That really is upsetting. The thing is, you probably had room to put another tree in, Nancy, and I don't. I mean, I planted it right beside 2 fig trees. It was like, duh, crazy. But I wanted something that the leaves were not. Well, no, it doesn't have any leaves on it. Actually, when I went to the nursery, I really wanted something that would stay green, because I look out there, and the old man that if you look at my very first year of videos, you'll see the old man that used to live across the street. We were big buddies, and so he had some health problems, and he was taken. He collapsed one night when I was out. And he used to sit in a plastic chair out there. And he's a brilliant, brilliant man, an engineer for UCLA. And the stories he could tell, oh my gosh. Where's my Vancouver Island people? I just realized I haven't heard from my Vancouver Island people person. But he had a little shack up in Vancouver, off of Vancouver Island, where he would go to. But anyway, he got in more poor health, and some dementia. And one night he just fell off of his chair, and I just knew it was going to happen at some point. I'd go out, every time I go out, he'd be sitting in that little white plastic chair he picked up off the street somewhere. And so one night I was out, and I was told this later that he just fell out. He was just laying on the sidewalk, and a dog walker, a small man, walked by with his dog, and my neighbor was a big guy. He had dwindled down. He lost some weight, but he was still a big, heavy guy. And when you can't get yourself up, you're dead. Not dead, but you're dead weight. Anyway, this guy called the ambulance, and the only name, this is touching, the only name that he could think of, didn't know his own name or any of his family, his daughters, but he knew my name, Kaye. But this guy didn't live in on my street or anything, so he didn't come by until like a week later, and he said, "Hey, how's that old man?" I said, "Well, and he told me what happened." So anyway, they took him away. So we're just waiting for that property to sell, and they're going to put a McMansion over there. And so that was one of the motivations for developing my parkway garden with the guava trees, instead of just growing annuals there, like, kale this high. The pineapple guavas are like 8-10 feet tall now. So, you know, they can kind of block what is to come across the street. And I don't know when that's going to happen. Let's see. If you're talking to me, North Star Prepstetter, that makes me feel very good. Thank you very much. And let's see. Thank you, Richard. If you're talking to me. Okay. Yes. Girls are mostly not interested in gardening because they think it's yucky. Oh, Lauren. Now, Lauren, you have to change that. You have 3 girls. You have to get them interested in gardening. And anyway, it's not yucky. It's life affirming. And obviously it's a great way to get a boyfriend because guys love gardening. So that's just silly. If they're hanging out in the mall and they could be hanging out in a community garden, you know, meeting cute young guys who are gardening, because obviously there's a lot of them, right? Yeah, I don't have permission to plant anything in anyone's yard. And the thing is, if you look out on my street, the blue house is for sale. Zachary may be moving. I don't know if I've told you this, but Zachary may be moving. They're not sure yet because his mother got a job offer in San Francisco. Anyway, she may be renting her house. That house is going to be torn down. The people next door are not interested in any kind of edible stuff in their garden. The house on the next side is a rental. New people moved in down there and they have never even introduced themselves. I don't even know who they are. And the list goes on. It's very hard to get anybody interested. And I would say in the whole of my area, there's probably only 5 people that even have like a raised bed out in the front. Out of 100 homes or more. Eric, that was funny. I'll let you guys follow that joke. Just drill big enough holes for drainage. Buckets work great for what, Richard? Are you talking to somebody else? No, Dave. I mean, I planted this apple tree only because it's an espalier, and it's very under control. It's going to grow flat because it's right by the driveway, and there are 2 fig trees right behind it, literally right behind it. So we've got concrete. We've got a little sliver for the apple tree, and then we've got 2 fig trees, and then we've got the big orange tree. And this is why my garden has changed so much in the last 3 or 4 years, is because my perennials got big, and there's no sun that's getting down to the ground where I can grow cabbages or, you know, something that grows close to the ground, like most of your annuals. The only thing that can work out here is pole beans and tomatoes. So it's challenging. So I want to once again mention, in case anybody's just tuned in, the various ways I am trying to keep my channel going this year with various income streams. And because Google AdSense is just so little money that it's criminal. But Tony at UK Here We Grow, Tony, I don't know if you're still there, but Tony has graciously given me all sorts of encouragement and helped me set up my Amazon affiliates store. So if you go through Amazon to order any items, if you're an Amazon shopper, and somebody please copy and paste the link again, North Star Prepstetter or Angie or somebody post the link again for the people who have just tuned in. If you go through this link, instead of just Googling Amazon and going to Amazon, if you go through my link, anything that you buy, whether it's in my storefront or some other anything while you're visiting Amazon, when you go in through my link, I will get a small commission for. And that is another way that I can keep this channel going, and another way that I can keep producing videos with my sound editor. I am producing some videos now without my sound editor. I can really tell the difference. I don't know if other people can. The videos I did with Charles at IV Organic, I did not use a sound editor. And some people don't care, and some people really like it. So what I would like to do is to be able to do 2 videos a month with my sound editor, and then the other videos without. And that way, until I start making more money, I can at least not go in the red every month like I have been for 6.5 years. So let's see, and then Patreon, you can become a monthly supporter of this channel. If you enjoy my content and you would like to see it continue, you can go to Patreon, and for as little as $5 a month, you can be one of my patrons. And I am going to completely revamp that page because Patreon had an event in Venice 2 weeks ago and told us about all the stuff that's coming up, and I have not even really looked at that page since I set it up 2 years ago. So I just don't have time, but I am going to completely revamp that and make it much more simple. And I wanted to, so if you donated for a super chat and you would like some of these seeds from this incredible squash that we cooked for our birthday party, I will be happy to send you some seeds if you made a donation to my super chat today. And all you have to do is, let's see, send me an email at kaye@latebloomershow.com. And you can also get that from my contact page. Let's see, let me just do that real quick. You're still watching me, but I can't see me anymore. Okay, let's see. All right, I'm going to go to my contact page, contact Kaye from my website. And what that does is, I'm going to come back and I'm going to give you this link. Yeah, there you go. So if you go to that link and you say, hi, I want some of the squash seeds because I made a donation to your super chat, I will send you some, and leave your address, obviously, and I will send you some seeds. So leave me a message there. And thank you, Eric. And thank you. And thank you, Tony. They are just posting my Late Bloomer Show Amazon link one more time. And also let me just go and grab my Patreon link, because this is the absolute best way to support me if you are able, because you like, for example, if you can afford to donate $10 a month, for example, that will be deducted from your account. You set up an account, and that will be deducted from your account at the beginning of the month. So I know from the beginning of the month how much money that I can spend and not dip into the red. And so that would be awesome if I, for example, got 10 of you to become my patrons today. That would be huge, huge success. I only have 33 people tuned in now. It's dwindling. Do we have anybody new that's joined us? Tell me if you're ready for me to get off. Yes, Richard, I have been talking about that a few times, and they have just posted my link a few times, and I literally set this up. Tony, when was it? Just a few days ago. And then last night, after my class, I got home and I added a lot of items. And what I did, I just added items of things that I have ordered and feel favorable about. In the last, I went back to 2012 actually, because I had all of my orders. I just went through my orders on Amazon, and a number of people have asked me about the nylon trellis. There's all kinds of nylon trellises. Let me tell you, I've tried a bunch of them, and the clothy ones that just fall all over, forget it. I hate those. I don't hate, but I don't like those. And But this one that I have posted on my store is the one that I really like. And I posted it 3 times because it's just the only difference is the dimensions. So I didn't want you to go to one dimension and go, oh, I don't want something that's 30 feet long, you know. And of course, you can always get the 30-foot long trellis and cut it to your desired length. But I really like that when it's strong, it's sturdy, and unless you make a little mistake clipping it, it's going to last for a long time. What else? Let's see. I've talked about all of this stuff. Oh, and I'm going to mention this again because Richard didn't get the whole memo. Is I want to include in my Amazon store items that you love, that you recommend. I don't care if it's a light bulb or if it's a lamp, but I would love tools because, you know, half my tools are old and rusty. And I would love tool recommendations. Everybody loves tools, and tools are a great Christmas gift for gardeners. So, of course, Christmas is not coming up for a while, but anyway, anything that you want to recommend, just leave me a comment on this live stream afterwards. This will be embedded within 5 minutes. This will be embedded and put into my events list. And I will also share it in my, I'll share it on my Kaye's Garden blog playlist. And you can put the links down there, and I will add those and create an idea box on my Amazon storefront that says, you know, products my fans love or something like that. Fan favorites. That's simple. I'm going to call it fan favorites. Make a note. Fan favorites. Or fan faves. Okay, once again, my Thursday video will be a video on what's blooming in the late bloomer garden. We did not have a work day on Thursday because of all the rain. It poured down rain a whole day. And once again, I got a new computer finally. This was something that was promised as a Christmas gift in 2017, but because of my injury, I put it off, and various expenses here put it off, and that finally happened. So hopefully I'll get that hooked up tomorrow, and life will be a lot easier. Thank you, Yvonne. Yvonne, I just want to give you a little shout out because you're so awesome. And Yvonne watches every single video, and she is so positive, and she puts like 10 emoticons on there. So if just the fact that she watched it and said, great video is not enough, she gives it 10 more smiley faces, and that always cheers me up. So thank you, Yvonne. And yes, Nancy, anything that you buy. So if you go there and you go, well, I don't really like or want any of Kaye's items or my fan faves items, but what I really need is a roll of paper towel. Inside Amazon, there's a browser box, you know, and you just type in paper towel. You shop for your paper towel, and when you check out, I will get a commission on anything you buy. So this is a great way to do that. And Tony at UK Here We Grow is the one that helped me set it up and told me how to do it and everything. And a bunch of creators are doing this now. So you just have to pick the creator that you want to support. So hopefully that's me. And I have to mention this. You know, we've got 17 minutes to go. I am going to get off at 12 o'clock because I only have 31 people, and you guys have just been so fabulous and hanging in there, and you're all my favorite people. But I just want to mention that, remember I sold the 12 mugs to make a very little bit of money for my channel and to give my biggest fans an opportunity to have a late bloomer mug of their very own. Now, what happened is I sold 12, and then one of my dearest, oldest friends made a donation for a 13th mug. And I didn't think that was going to happen, but that happened. And she's one of my oldest, dearest friends, and I couldn't say no. And I cannot ask my potter to make one mug. So I asked her if she would make 3 mugs, and she said yes. So I have 2 more cranberry mugs to sell. So if anybody can please buy a mug, then I will actually make money on this endeavor. Because, there's quite a bit of cost that I have to pay. I have to pay the shipping, and I have to pay all the materials, and I have to pay for her labor. So I get about $6 or $7 per mug. But if I sell all of them, then I will have made a profit. So the way you do that is you go to my PayPal link, if you have PayPal, and let's see, hold on. Oh, somebody, this is, this technical stuff is just, it just gets me. I'm going to have that link for you in just 1 second. And that is right there. And once again, it's just Late Bloomer Show, but I'm going to post it right here. That is my PayPal link. And if I could have just 2 people to very quickly say, I want one, and send me a PayPal, I will be very happy. And if there are 10 people that still want a mug, and then I'll ask her to make some more. But if there are only 2 people, then that will be it for the Late Bloomer mugs. Also, I just wanted to, as long as I'm posting all these links, I'm going to go to Etsy, and I am going to grab that link for you for the bracelet, because she is still willing to make those after all this time. And that's just another way. I get a few dollars if, where am I? Oh, I have to sign in. Oh, darn. Thank you for remembering my password. Let's see, where are my favorites? Oh, there it is. The Late Bloomer Garden Collection. And it's so lovely. And I think, shoot, let's see. Well, this is kind of a long link, but hopefully you'll copy and paste it. If you would love this beautiful bracelet. Oops, no, I can't do that. It didn't, edit and try again. Okay, I'm going to do this. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to try that one. See if this works real quick. That seemed to work. Okay, I'm talking remote. Okay, so what I've just done is left you another link for the Late Bloomer Garden Collection bracelet. And in there, you get this lovely bracelet of stone malas, which are empowering stones, if you know anything about that. And we went through, she bought these vintage tomato and various little charms. So it comes with the charm of your choice. You can select one of 3 or 4 charms along with the tomato. And if you actually like something different on her website, the same thing happens. I will get a very small commission. If you go, well, I don't really want the garden collection bracelet, but I love this red thing, she will still give me a commission on that, and you will be helping out a very, very special woman. So I would really appreciate it. Hi, Mandy. Oh my gosh. Mandy is from that beautiful side yard farm garden in Phoenix, Arizona. She watches all my videos. She's a huge supporter, and she just got her chat to work. Now, if anybody saw that video, please leave Mandy a comment about her great garden. Now, Mandy, when I was there in November, it looked fabulous. But Mandy just had another grandchild, and she was up in Washington for like 2 months helping out. And tell them what happened to your beautiful garden, Mandy. A lot of your annuals don't look so good. Guests that are not at Kaye. Finally got the garden apron, heavy denim with tool pockets. Dave, I would love to include something like that. It has to be, obviously, it has to be an item that you can find on Amazon. Because I had another friend write me, she saw my Facebook post about my Amazon store, and she goes, "Oh, you have an Amazon store. Would you sell my loofah?" Remember the gal who gave me the first seeds for my loofah? And also I have loofah seeds. If anybody wants me to mail them some loofah seeds, just send me a, what should I have you do? You can send me a self-addressed stamped envelope with $5 to Post Office Box 1602, Pacific Palisades, California 90272, and I'll put that right here. And I will be happy to send you, and I'll send you a bunch because this is now from 2016. So if you send me $5, at least $5, and a self-addressed stamped envelope to my post office box, I will be happy to send you like 30 seeds or something like that. And all you really need is one to take off, one vine. Oh my gosh, Joe just tuned in. He said Craig Fire Gardening. Joe is a big pepper grower. If you love peppers, get into a conversation with this guy. And we've been in touch since really 2012. And in fact, some of the peppers that I grew last year before, and the year before that, the banana peppers and some of the others were seeds that he sent me. And so, okay, Patty has to go. Patty, you didn't tell me. How's it going in Texas? Thumbs up. Thanks so much for helping out. We're only going to be on for another 9 minutes, Patty. Take off. Thanks for your help. And I know Angie's still there. Angie has had a lot of health problems this winter and has not been able to be out in the garden. It started out with a really serious sinus thing, and then it went from one thing to another. So I want you all to send Angie some love. Angie is the Kentucky girl that I went to visit. She's the one that reached out to me, and when I said I was going east, if anybody wanted me to visit, she reached out to me and said, "I want you to come visit." And now we're best friends forever. I don't know if you're still there, Hillary. I got off the conversation about Hillary from Texas. And I don't know if I've told you this, Hillary, but if Hillary's still there, please say something, write something. I will definitely be going to Texas this year because my son is moving to Austin. Son and girlfriend are moving to Austin in November. So I will definitely be visiting over there. And Hillary lives near Waco. Texas is so huge. Is anybody watching from Texas right now? Please let me know. Wow. Mix is, did you say you're 14? You're 14, Mix, or 16? Mix is a teenager in Latvia, and he's a big fan, and he says he has the third biggest pepper collection in Latvia. Now, I'm assuming that means while your plants are growing, you have a huge number of varieties in the greenhouse because peppers come and go, right? So that's what I'm assuming you mean. And that is impressive considering that you are 14 years old or 16. Hey, Trudy, I'm literally getting off in like 6 minutes. I'm glad you got on here. I've talked about so many things. I want you to please go back and watch this live stream. I've repeated myself a number of times, and the people that have stood with me all this time, it's dwindling now. It's down to 29. Do I have a schedule for live chat, City Homestead? I'm glad you mentioned that, and I should have mentioned that much earlier. I should establish my next one right now. And I swear, I won't swear, but I promise that I'm going to get this technical stuff figured out, because there's nothing more frustrating than thinking you have it all figured out and then it doesn't work and you have to go live. So I'm looking at March. St. Patrick's Day is 1 day from today. I mean, 1 month from today. And I don't know if St. Patrick's Day is a good day for everybody, but that's a good day for me. Let me know if St. Patrick's Day is good for everybody. And so I'm just going to go ahead and say that we're going to go. I know a lot of people take St. Patrick's Day very seriously and party down, but I'm hoping that that at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I can get a lot of you online. So let's say St. Patrick's Day is the 17th of March, and that's going to be at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Pacific Standard Time. Next live stream. And you know what? I did an impromptu live stream on Thursday just because it was raining. And so there may be others, and hopefully I'm hoping to be able to upgrade my iPhone, and I don't know if that will affect the live stream quality, or if that's a software thing. I don't know. I'm not a technical person, but I'm a creative. That's all I do. That's all I am. It's a creative. 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And by the way, since you just tuned in, Trudy, the super chat is enabled for the first time. So if you care to make a donation to my channel of any amount, $5 or more, your comment will be highlighted in perpetuity. As long as there's YouTube, your comment out of this whole stream will be highlighted, and I will send you some of these fabulous squash seeds that I saved from the squash that Glenda gave to me in that video last fall when Glenda visited. We cooked that squash for my birthday party. I had 35 people here, and it was really a highlight. I mean, I could name on like 3 fingers the highlights of this has been the hardest year and a half of my entire life, trust me. And that was a highlight, that party. So the skies opened up, it didn't rain. I had my art studio set up with a photo booth, took all these fun pictures with I think I already talked about that in my last live stream, but it was just fabulous. Fabulous food, fabulous people, so much love. Oh my God, it was insane. I loved it. Ides of March. Okay, Christina says, oh my gosh, T. Ken, where are you writing from? He or she has just joined us. What's your first name and where are you writing from? Real quick. I mean, I don't have to get off at 12, but I only have 30 people watching. And of course, I had hoped for many more people at this live stream, and that didn't happen, mainly because of my own fault of not figuring out. Maybe there's some encoding software or something that I'm missing out on that I don't know about. But I had a live event scheduled, and nothing was happening. So I just quickly, in the last 10 minutes before I went live, and my connectivity was bad. I couldn't even type in a URL. So I rebooted my computer, and I've got so much on my computer. It took like 8 minutes to reboot my computer. And I just jumped onto the webcam and had to abandon that whole live event thing. So hopefully I'll have it all figured out. Current iOS is 12.1.4. Dave, who are you talking to? I'm T. Ken. Oh my God, Japan! This is so fantastic. That is so fantastic. Thank you. I have a friend named Takayo, and she's Japanese. And she spells it different, Takayo. How does she spell Takayo? Anyway, Takayo is a fantastic person, and I'm just going to indulge for 1 minute about my friend Takayo. She sang on Broadway. She's an actress, and she's in her 80s now. And I went to her 80th birthday party, and she sang. And there were 100 people there at a big restaurant. She is fantastic, and she's the one that got me into Tai Chi. And if you go on my channel, at the very bottom, you'll see a playlist called Tai Chi videos. Now, I only took Tai Chi for about a year, and I would love to go back. I've kind of forgotten the moves now, but we actually had this grand master, or there is a grand master that teaches the class, and he is very well known. And wait. Tai Chi is Chinese. She's Japanese. I'm getting all confused. Sorry about that. My friend is Japanese, and she actually spent her youth in the Japanese internment camps in California. Yes. So 7 to 10 years old. We won't even go into that. But I actually wanted to start this series. Last time I came back from Vancouver Web Fest, I decided after I won in the, this is just a little trivia, if anybody's still here and interested. I have something to say about the Vancouver Web Fest. Vancouver Web Fest was a real turning point. I had been submitting, when I started Late Bloomer, I come from the entertainment side. I'm an actor. I've been an actor in the union since 1980, probably since before some of you are born. And I did a fair amount of work. I did at least 100 commercials. And I'm a union actor, obviously. So the union commercial business, that train has left the station. There's no way to make money in that anymore. Everything is online, and ad agencies, they just hire non-union talent to do everything now because they go, hey, why should we pay a union actor? And I don't know if I have any union members here. I know I have a big one, Angel Amaro, but I don't think he's online right now. He's a big fan. Thank you. Oh, great. So T-Ken just subscribed. Thank you. Can everybody go, yay for T-Ken. Takayo. Anyway, what was I saying? Vancouver Web Fest. And I decided, well, it was actually the last one. When I went to Germany, the reason I made that Europe trip was because I got into a web festival in Gießen, Germany. And it was actually put on by a director friend that I had met at the Vancouver Web Fest. We made that connection there, and we stayed connected. And then when we both got into the Sicily Web Fest, I suggested to him, because he's a director. He's not in. There's no one in the gardening world in the web festival circuit. You know, I was this enigma, pariah, oddball. You know, everybody's like 23, and they're all making like, you know, comedy or drama or whatever, and then there's me. And so I wanted my Late Bloomer to be a legitimate show, which is why I started the way I did, and the way I spent all that money on editor, sound editor. We had a completely different workflow than happens now, and everything was going great till about 2015, and YouTube changed their analytics, and they want more videos, they want longer videos, they want to run more ads, and we as content creators, you know, there's a real danger of burnout from content creators because we're constantly creating content. And there's no time for those real thought out videos where you go to KO, where you go from, like, for example, I still have, no one has ordered this from my last live stream, and I'm very disappointed. This is, what did I say this was? Go to my, there you go. I worked so hard on this, and I spent so much money on this. And this was supposed to go to Amazon, and And actually, I will be selling that on my store if I get it to Amazon. But if you would like the compilation of my growing heirlooms videos, it's all in here. You can watch it on your TV, if you still have a disc burner on your a disc player on your computer or your laptop. You can watch this and support me. But I have about a half dozen of these, and you can have one of these for $15. So make a $15 donation. Well, no, PayPal takes a deduction, so make it $17. So I'll make about $2 on it. $17 on my PayPal, and the link is in the live chat. I will send this to you, and you will have one of your very own. And they're only very few in circulation at this point. I was just saying something, and I interrupted myself. Yeah, so the Vancouver Web Fest. So I won that beautiful award at Vancouver Web Fest, which I showed you that award last time. And then I decided to do one more. I was starting to get the feeling, this is just not my scene. This is not what's happening. My garden show really doesn't fit in. It's not in the right category. Categories are everything in festivals. So, and every organizer decides their own categories. And so, even though I love this guy in Gießen, director, and we wound up working together, I did some scenes in his dramatic sci-fi web series. And if I ever get those links, if that ever gets done, I'll be sure and share that. But anyway, when I went to Gießen and my late bloomer was not in the right category, it was in documentary, which it is sort of, but it's not really. It should have been in reality, but they didn't have a reality category. And then I didn't win. And I made all of that effort. And that was the last thing that I did on that Europe trip. I had done all that travel in England and Amsterdam and Germany. Actually, Germany, go that way. And then I didn't win. And I said, that's it. I'm not submitting anymore. I'm not going to any festivals. I'm not spending that kind of money anymore. And that's it. So that's where I'm at with all that. But when I started, I really saw Late Bloomer as a show, and I expected it to be picked up for some network. At the time, HGTV had a lot of gardening stuff, but they don't even have a gardening show anymore. So all that stuff has changed. And I'm still hoping, if you're interested in knowing, I'm still hoping that I can take the 100 episodes of Late Bloomer and sell them to Amazon or Hulu or someplace for a chunk of change to make back the money that I spent. So we can pray that happens when I get time. So, all right. So now we're 7 minutes over our 2 hours. And is there anybody now at this time in my life? I'm so sorry. I'm learning homesteading just about. That's okay. A city homestead, if you're not able to donate, then hopefully there are other people who can, and hopefully I can keep the content rolling. And I see my essential oils down here. I am a Young Living essential oil distributor, and I'm going to be sharing that link again. Boy, I should have done that. If I hadn't had that crisis right before all that happened. Let's see. Let me see if I can. Where is my? Just going to see if I can log in really quickly and get my URL. Shoot. I can't do that right now. I posted it on my last one, if anybody still has that. Okay, Christina, thanks for joining us. At any rate, if you are interested in learning, if you're interested in building a business and earning more money than you're currently making, and in your own time, choose your own hours, Essential Oil, Young Living is a great company to work for. In my opinion, it's the best essential oils made, and good essential oils are not cheap. And if you buy essential oils that are inexpensive, you know that they've been watered down. There's no way. There's no way to distill a plant and get a quality product and not spend money. But it's worth it because of their benefits. So Double Dog Farm, thank you so much, Eric. I am going to sign off too. Bye, Christina. Richard, I'll still stay on if 27 people want me to keep talking. Dave is going. Yeah, you know, City Homestead, there is an option for you. You know, you really should talk to me about that because if you have a little extra time, you could absolutely make money. And if you're really struggling, then financially, then this could be something that you might want to think about doing. And contact me. I've already left my link for my contact page. Just go to latebloomershow.com. Contact, wasn't it? And send me, contact. Yeah, that's all it is. It's, I'm going to put this here again, City Homestead. So just send me an email and let's connect and talk about it. Okay. Yes. So you are 14 and you're turning 15 on March 15th. Yes. Okay. So Mick's, we're going to celebrate Mick's birthday, his 15th birthday in Latvia, on my live stream on March 17th. So look forward to that. Trudy is asking me what I'm planting this spring. Trudy, I don't have a lot of plans for planting. So we can talk. Yeah, I don't really have plans at the moment for planting new stuff. You know, one of the problems is not a lot of sunlight gets down to the ground because my perennials are so big. And also, I just planted this apple tree, which if you go back through this, you'll find out what a disaster that has become because I needed another tree to pollinate that tree. And they didn't tell me that. And so I don't know what I'm going to do. Maddie, did you just join us? Because I don't remember seeing you. Thank you, Eric. Love you and take care. Cat at bird feeder. Oh, you've got a cat at bird feeder, at the bird feeder. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Let's talk. Send me an email. Okay, and tell me your name again because I can't remember. Okay, Nancy's got to go. It's going to rain. She's got to get out of there. Would I ever consider moving for more space? Yes, I would, Trudy. And that's something that I'm debating on now. Everything's kind of up in the air, which is why I'm not making a big push to plant stuff this spring. So I didn't do any seeding. I gave away all my seeding stuff and sold my dehydrator. And so I am planning to go. I don't know if you guys remember, but I had the most amazing green tomato. Was it last year or was it the year before? Oh God, you know I can't think of the variety, but I had a whole video on that it was the biggest tomato plant I've ever had. I've never seen anything like it. And I did not seed that tomato. I saved seeds, but I bought that tomato start from a local, there's a husband and wife that opened their house for one day over in LA, in the city, closer to in Midtown. And they just have a little property, but it's like a nursery, and they start all their seeds there. They have the whole garage set up. They have a whole big back area, and they put all these plants out on the driveway, and they open their gates for one day. And I had read about it in the LA Times, and I said, I'm going to go check this out. So I had bought that. Can't think of the variety. I want to say Annie's something. No, it's Aunt Ruby's German Green. That was it. Aunt Ruby's German Green. And I had eaten one of those when I went down to Long Beach to see Luis Tabon. and do that video at his place. And he had cut one, and I ate that at the end of that video. And if you saw my reaction, oh my gosh, that was so good. So I said, I've got to have one of those. So I had forgotten to save seeds from when I ate that tomato of his. So I bought that start, and that turned out to be the biggest tomato plant I've ever had. And so what I thought I would do this year is go down and buy just like 4 or 5 plants. And because I know they start them in really good seed starting mix. And that's one thing I would say about the DE. It's very convenient to start. And Trudy, since you just joined us, you can see that these little garlic bubills, or whatever they're called, they have sprouted. And I literally just put these containers on the DVD player, which is warm, and they've sprouted. So I will say about the DE, once they have the true leaves, you've got to feed them with the liquid fertilizer, because they're not gonna thrive in water. Okay, so I've been here all night. Maddie, you've been where all night? Thanks. I was thinking you've been here where, Maddie? Maddie, where are you writing from, and what do you mean you've been here all night? Obviously not waiting for my live chat. I could have really used your help before it started. Okay, thank you, Mandy, for tuning in. You heard me give you a shout out, right? So, Trudy, are you saying that you think I sent you this seed? This seed was collected the day of my party on Saturday. So I'm not sure if that, I don't think I could have sent that to you. Oh, you're talking about a cat was going to your bird feeder. You know, Sherry, I haven't seen Sherry on here, so I guess Sherry didn't tune in. But Sherry, when I visited her in Pittsburgh, she has I don't know if it's a bird feeder or a bird house. I think it was a bird house. Yeah, it was probably a bird house. And she looked out one day, and there was a big old rat snake going up the thing, going to get in that birdhouse and eat those eggs. Woo! Ooh, scary. Okay, what else? Who else? Anybody else? Iceland. Oh my God, Maddie. Maddie is writing from Iceland. So we've had Latvia, Trinidad and Tobago, Iceland, Ireland, Korea, Japan, and did I forget any of the countries? I hope not. Oh, Germany, Berlin. So it's funny, Trudy. And Trudy says, don't forget New Jersey. It's funny. Okay. All right. Should I repeat any of the information again? I mean, I know Trudy's going to go back and watch this whole thing, so I don't have to worry about that. I could just, would you like to just see what I got for my birthday? Because I haven't opened it yet, and I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it. This one I did. Yes. Someone gave me, one of my friends gave me this exercise shirt, because I have like 2 that I've had for like 10 years or something. And they're not really exercise shirts, they're just t-shirts. So in my effort to get in shape, she gave me a pretty pink workout shirt. And then I have, whatever this is, I'm going to eat it. Fine chocolate from Roshan. Fine chocolate. Oh, should really try one right now. Haven't had any breakfast. Oh, it's taped, of course. Oops. Oh, aren't they lovely? It smells so good. Okay. I'm going to indulge. I never ate candy growing up, never. Obviously, it's just all you guys that are my biggest fans. You're just hanging in there for make me feel good and make me feel loved. This is very heavy. Oh, it's a candle. It's a green tea and bergamot candle. Oh, wow. I can't wait to take a bath and try that. And then this is seriously the biggest bag I've ever seen for a gift. I guess they do that now. They just put all of this paper in to make it look like it's bigger than it is. And this is, oh my goodness, look at that. Oh dear, I don't even know who gave me this. Oh, that is, whoever gave me this probably doesn't realize that I have 45 scarves that I've knitted myself. But I don't have comfy shawls, and boy, is that fabulous. Oh, I love it. I sure hope there's a card somewhere. And this is, I think this might be another candle. Oh, it smells divine. And it is. It's another candle. Black pepper, bergamot, and cassis. Bergamot is very popular in candles, I guess. That is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Okay. And truly a gardener's favorite gift. This is from oh, that's cute. It's a penguin with a purse and sunglasses and high heels. And it says, happy birthday to one of the coolest chicks anywhere. And that's the truth. Let me cry again. These are my neighbors who are so wonderful. And obviously, it is... you saw me, if you've watched me for a long time, you know I tried growing tomatoes over there. She has this big planter, and I tried growing tomatoes over there. But, you know, if you're not there all the time, and it's just got so much mildew, and they got out of control, and I didn't feel like I did a good job of any of that. Oh, this is a very nice spade. Look at that. It's even got a thing here. I've never had one with a thing here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to look this up on Amazon. I'm going to add it to my Amazon recommendations, because it's great to have that thing, because, you know, at least you've got, this is one reason I got this thing of arthritis here, is when I first started, I did so much digging in this clay dirt out here, and you're always pushing like this. So all the force is going onto this joint. And with this here, you can actually also use the force of your fingers, so you can distribute the wealth, distribute the force. And this is a Corona brand, and I am going to put this on my Amazon link. So please don't run out and buy that until I can do that. And of course, she gave me some seeds. You know what? About a month ago, I said, I have got to plant some carrots. I cannot believe that I did not plant carrots. And I went through, I have a bin of seeds this big, and I've been giving a lot of them away to whoever visits me. And I went through everything, and there was not one carrot seed anywhere. And I was so frustrated, because with all that rain we had, you know, it's so hard to start carrots. And I've mentioned this before. Silhouette at Suburban Homestead has a great video on how to germinate carrots, or to start them. And it's more work than kind of I'm willing to do, but it is more effective. because it's really hard to get carrots started. Parsley too, you know, it takes like 21 days, and you can never let the soil go dry. And the seeds are literally 1/8 of an inch under the surface. So how do you keep that surface from being disturbed, first of all, for 21 days? And in my older carrot videos, I use the technique of that I learned in my very first year of gardening about growing lettuce. And that's if you go in my videos and look at growing lettuce, you'll see, and I'm specifically talking to Kaye in Japan, because he or she, are you a he or a she to Kaye? She or he is learning to garden and just subscribe to my channel. And in my older videos, I use this technique of a wet towel over a container to keep the top of it doesn't touch the soil, can't touch the soil, but it keeps the moisture in. So if the sun comes out and hits that soil, that 1/8 of an inch dirt, those seeds are going to get dry and hot, and it has to stay cool until they germinate. So I just find carrots extremely hard at times to get going. And we had all that rain, all that gentle rain for like weeks. And I thought, if I had just scattered some carrot seeds over in that one little area over there, I would have carrots growing right now. But that didn't happen because I didn't have any seeds. Chives, kale, Nero Toscana. I haven't grown that one. And Swiss chard. And I love growing chard because first of all, it's one of the healthiest greens you can eat, and also it's colorful. Canada, Carrie just tuned in from Alberta, and we already said we were going to sign off 26 minutes ago. Carrie, please do me a favor and hit that like button right now while you're at it, and also subscribe if you haven't already. And Carrie, I'm going to ask you a big favor when you have a couple of hours later today, if you would please go back and watch this live stream, because I mentioned a lot of things that are important for the future of this channel. And if you love what I do and you love me and you'd like to see all this continue, I need your support. And if you go back and watch all that, you'll see all the links in the live stream. And I will put all the links in a pinned comment, everybody. I will put all the links in a pinned comment. And I'm just going to try this because, after all, I saved it from my birthday. This is the first time I've ever had. I don't know if they're all the same thing, but I hope so, because that was absolutely delicious. There was an almond in it. Nothing better. That was fantastic. Yeah, that's the thing, Richard, is carrots are really challenging. And guess what? Recently, I don't know if Ed is still watching from Arizona. Ed, my new biggest fan. Ed and I share a technological deficit, I think, about all this stuff. But anyway, what's I going to say? I just blanked. Carrots. Ah, thank you, Takeo. Am I saying your name right, Takeo? Yeah. If you can get them started, carrots do great. It's just getting them started. That's the hard part. Thank you, Richard. I really appreciate that. I'm just reading the last of the comments, guys, while I digest that candy. Uh, yes, finally I said it right. Is that what you mean? Takeo? I finally said your name right. Okay, Takeo. I don't think I'll ever forget it, to tell you the truth. Ooh. I wonder if my Korean friend is still there. I don't remember Hyung Shim signing off, but anyway, I think that's about it, you guys. I'm kind of running out of steam, and I love talking to all of you. And I've opened all my presents. Oh, one more. Godiva chocolate, assorted chocolates. It's funny because my birthday's on Valentine's, and everybody gives candy on Valentine's, except I never liked candy growing up. And but chocolate, I do have a bit of a weakness for. I don't know who gave me this, but I sure hope I find out, because this is fabulous, and you're going to see a lot of this. Okay, everybody. If anyone has another question for me, please ask it right now. And if anyone has not hit that like button, please hit it right now. And if you have not subscribed, please hit that button right now. And if you have not clicked the red bell under my channel, please click that right now for notifications. And please make a note that our next live stream is March the 17th, St. Patrick's Day, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And hopefully I will be technologically more savvy than I am right now. This is a super chat, so you have like 1 minute to make a donation on super chat. Your comment will be highlighted for all time, and I will send you some of these fabulous squash seeds that I saved from the squash that Glenda gave to me in one of the videos last fall from the Heirloom Expo. And I'm telling you, this squash was this long, that long, and it was pale green, kind of elongated, kind of like a boat. Cut it in half, it looked like a boat. And it was delicious. And we did virtually nothing to it except put a little butter on it. So I'd love to send you some of those seeds if you want to make one last donation on my super chat. And if not, I am going to sign off and remind you to please, if you just tuned in late, to go back and please watch this again and see, learn about my Amazon store, which is another way for me to create an income stream so that I can keep going this year. Anything that you buy on Amazon, if you go through my link, I will get a small commission for. I have recommendations on there, and I want your recommendations, the items that you really recommend, from tools to somebody mentioned a garden apron. I would love all of those kinds of things. And what I will do is I'm going to create an idea box, and it's going to be called Fan Favorites. And anything that you can order on Amazon, just go to Amazon, copy that link, and paste it into a chat here, or paste it into a comment underneath this video. And I will add that to my idea box on my Amazon store. Like I said, you can order anything. If you go through my link, and you can order anything that you want on Amazon, and I will get a small commission for my channel. Let's see. Upcoming, I have my What's Blooming in February. That will be uploading on Thursday, so be sure and stay tuned for that. And if you'd like to talk to me about essential oils, they got buried here. I am a Young Living essential oil distributor, and I would love to talk to you about that. So contact me through my contact page at latebloomershow.com. That's latebloomershow.com/contact. And I will get in touch with you. And also, if you have donated and you want some squash seeds, you need to go to that contact page and leave me your address. And if you did not donate on a super chat and you would like some of these seeds, send me a self-addressed stamped envelope, and $5 in an envelope to my post office box, which is listed here, but I'll do it again. And with your address, with your address, obviously, and I will, I can't. There we go. Oops. That should say P.O. There we go. P.O. box. Yes. Send me a self-addressed stamped envelope with a $5 bill, and I will send you some of these wonderful squash seeds. And just for kicks, I'll also throw in some loofah seeds. And I will look forward to getting those. And don't forget that you can support this channel in a regular way by becoming a patron. And I had just posted the link a few minutes ago, but I'm going to post it again for people who just joined. This is the very best way to ensure that this channel continues this year, is to become a monthly patron. For as little as $5 a month, you can help support this channel. So check that out. Okay, everybody. I'm sure there's like 10 really important garden things that I forgot to mention, but I'm down to 15 people, and I love you all, and thank you so much for your support, and I look forward to seeing you on March 17th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And Lauren's garden is taking off, and Big Wave, Florida. I wish you, is it Jack? Did I remember that right, Jack? Okay, and Kaye is going. He's saying bye from Japan. What time is it in Japan? Just tell me real quick, because I can't imagine that it's not like in the middle of the night there. And City Homestead is checking out. You're going to contact me through my contact page. And thank you so much, Richard, for hanging in there for the whole thing. And I really, really appreciate that. And Carrie, yeah, I'm sorry, Carrie, too. But you know what? You'll go back and watch all this, and hopefully you'll enjoy it, and hit the like button and share it with your friends. And on March 17th, for the last 16 people that are here, I just want to throw this out. On March 17th, which was St. Patrick's Day, why not have 2 or 3 friends over or more, and have everybody bring their laptop, sign in, get connected, and all watch, have a watch party at your house of my live stream. This will help my views. It will help the analytics on YouTube. And it'll be even more fun, because with more people, it's more fun. More ideas are exchanged. And so please think about doing that for March 17th, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And Kevin, sorry, not Jack. Carrie's got it on the calendar. City Homestead says yes. And I just want to say happy February to everyone. And I really appreciate all your support. I love you all. And be kind to everyone. I just stole that from Ellen. But anyway, take care, everybody. Thanks for watching and sticking with me. And especially to Angie. See you, Angie. Bye, Trudy. Lauren says she's not going to go until I sign off. I love you, Lauren, and I wish you and Alexandra and your other daughters were here right now giving me big hugs. I would really love that. Okay, hug each other. Love you guys. Thank you, Kevin.